Hey, James here. It was a light week at my LCS, but I do have some comic books and a mail call I want to share with you. Hi, this is James for Read More Comics. As I shared, had a very light week. I was actually surprised one of these came in. I trade weight on a particular title, but I do have a mail call I want to share that I got in last week. In the background, you'll hear my wife listening to Star Trek. And then over here, you can't see it, but I have both my dogs watching me. Yep, they're watching me. So as I shared, very light week. Went to Buy Me Toys in beautiful Mishawaka, Indiana yesterday. We've had some bad weather last couple days. And so it wasn't a very pleasant day. And honestly, with daylight savings time, work has been something else. So it was kind of nice to go in, talk to Casey, the proprietor. We talked about comic books and all that. And then also his wife, who works at the store, Kelly, Casey and Kelly, they're the team. And as I was looking on the shelf, and I'll be honest, I was looking to buy something because it had been that type of day. There wasn't anything that piqued my interest. I'll kind of walk you through. So these are all pre-orders. Okay, these are my subs. First up, we have Absolute Batman, issue number 18. This is a big book for the week. Awesome cover. I think this is this is A, B, C, D. This is the D cover. Check that out. I like how artists have been incorporating the logo into the art on Absolute Batman. I just think that's kind of cool. That harkens back to, I'm drawing a total blank. I'll put it right down here. Someone who did that on, it was an issue of the Hulk. So I just think it's cool. This is by Giuseppe Camuncoli and Frank Martin. And it kind of has this, like right in here, it has a Mike Mignola vibe to it. I don't know. So I almost picked up the A cover because, and I've said this before, not that I'm specking on it, but the A cover's been holding their value better than the variant covers. But I just love the art on this one. And so I put the A cover back. My LCS had plenty of them. Didn't catch me on that one. There was another one, I think it was by Gerard Perel. I love the purple on that one, but I ended up going with my pre-order, sorry. Then we have an Image book. We have G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, issue number 326. This is written by Larry Hama, and I'm not sure who the artist is on this. I'm a couple issues behind. I was thinking about this earlier in the week. This is, I mentioned this before, I'm a Gen Xer, grew up watching G.I. Joe. What else was up? They're on G.I. Joe, Thundercats, He-Man, all of that. And I wish they had some interlude issues in between where it's not like action, story. It's just like the Joes kicking back, talking about their 401k or, going to the hospital because, they tore a rotator cuff or, the Joes are doing really intense stuff. It'd be nice if we got like just kind of an issue where, Gung Ho has to go to the PX or something. I don't know. Anyway, this is a fun read though. And this is fresh out of, and this is spoiler free because I have not finished DCKO. This book is coming right after DCKO. Apparently there is some consequences for the character in this book. So we have Aquaman, issue number 15. It is titled Emperor Aquaman. Check that out. And, who do we see down here? So I don't know what happened at the end of DCKO. I read 4 issues. No, I read the first 3. So I got a bunch of tie-ins, some Superman books, Justice League Unlimited, Aquaman, and then the final 2 DCKO books. I'll probably get caught up with that over the weekend so I can see what's happening in here. It would be fun. What I've been enjoying about this is that this is John Timms is doing the writing. He is taking it outside what is expected for Aquaman. Like the first arc or so, Aquaman was going into the blue. He had a whole new power set. He couldn't speak to fish. So that was kind of fun to see. And then he was trying to save Atlantis, and then DCKO came up, and so he was involved in that. And I think he got, I want to say, I need to go back, but I don't think he, like, obviously, this is a legacy character. He's going to survive an event. But I think in the event, I'm not sure if he survived. So I want to see what happened to that. What's the consequences of that? You know, because unlike Batman, who has, what was that? Night Fight, you know, Night with a K, as kind of his backup plan. Like if he got taken out, he got taken out early in issue 1. He had a backup plan, right? Aquaman's not going to have a backup plan. Wonder Woman's not. Superman's not. You know, the big characters aren't. And Aquaman, I wouldn't put in like the A tier. You know, that's the Trinity, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. But I put him in a B. Well, okay, maybe that's not that fair. Maybe, you know, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman are God tier, and he's in the A tier, I guess, because he is a legacy character, and I think he's really great. So this has been a fun series. We're on issue number 15. So we're talking about a couple trades, and you honestly could probably skip the DCKO stuff if that event didn't scratch an itch. It did for me. I'll be honest. Last spring when it was announced, I went, "This sounds lame," but I got hooked, and it was pretty fun. It was kind of off the wall. Then we have VN 2099. This is issue number 4. This is the Lead Killer Battle variant. I'm behind on this though. This is actually, there was another 2 miniseries before this, I think. Maybe there was just one. Anyway, but it's been the same writer, and that's been, drawn a blank, I'll put it right down here, okay? But it introduced all these new 2099 characters, like we have Nova, who's actually like Wolverine. We have a different Hulk. Spider-Man's the same. A bunch of legacy characters up here, like, you know, Hulk and stuff like that. Silver Surfer 2099 is what got me hooked. And they had all these like one-shot single issues for these characters, the new ones, like Hulk and Wolverine, and those were really fun. And then the series was okay, and then I think it was that series, the one after that, they had Dracula 2099. And that was pretty cool, you know. So I'm not sure what's going on with this series. I'm only pulling this because it's one of the few places where you can find Silver Surfer, and the Silver Surfer 2099 is a really fun concept. Probably could never be an ongoing series, but in minis like this, it's fun. So, which is something to say. I'm not going to hate on Marvel right now because they're trying to work some things out. But stuff like this, if they just tell fun stories, I think they're going to sell books. So this is the trade weight. We have Batman, Superman, World's Finest. This is, it's titled 20,000 Leagues. This is volume 8. Okay. And I've been getting the hardcovers on this. Okay. You can see them like right there. Okay. I just like the format for them. They're a fun read. Check this out. We got like a kind of a Bizarro. I don't know what that is. It looks like a Bizarro Batman, but it also doesn't look like a Bizarro Batman. I think it is. So anyway, this has been really fun. It kind of reads like a Silver Age story. Mark Waid is doing kind of this deep dive in lore. He's definitely a sage. And what's engaging about this, it's in continuity, but it's not in continuity with comics like right now. Like, these stories are not occurring at the same time as this. So this Aquaman is a younger Aquaman than this guy right here. And so it allows for him to tell some kind of really fun stories, pull in some characters. It says Batman, Superman, but it's almost Justice League's World Finest. You know, they pull, Batman and Superman are always going to be there, but they pull in all these other characters. So we got Aquaman in this one. That looks like Batman, but I don't know who that is. So anyway, this has been a really fun read. Volume 1 in hardcover was hard to find, and they haven't done any reprints, but you can get these in trades. Granted, it's volume 8. The nice thing about it is, though, inside a volume, it's all in context, but you don't have to worry about, well, what happened before or after, if that makes sense. All right, so I have a mail call, and I need to give some context. Okay, so you can see over my shoulder here, I have some Kotobukiya statues. I started collecting these early on. My first one was Batman, and then I decided to go and get the Bat family because that would be easy to collect, and it fits like my room. I have Batman art all around me. I did get John Kent over there because that's like with Damian Wayne, they're the Super Sons. I almost said Super Boys. Man, long week. Anyway, my dog was walking in the room, bumped against the shelf, and I got these shelves off of IKEA, not IKEA, Etsy. They're like 3D printed to kind of have tiers. I didn't realize one was a little wobbly. And so Batman here, he took a tumble and lost his leg. You can see it's right here. And I looked at it because of how it broke right in here. I'm not going to be able to replace it. The upside is, while Kotobukiya does not continue runs, this guy is pretty common and inexpensive compared to some of those guys over there, okay, and over there. So I lucked out with that. So I'm going to put this guy aside. I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy. I feel like there's some possibility here. I just don't know what it is yet. It seems like a waste to not try something, DIY something. So I ordered a new one. I need to pick that up before my dog eats it. And this is new in box. So sorry about this. What was that? Oh, okay. I thought my dog knocked over another statue, because there are some over there. Okay, so I think this was from one of the adjacent states, like Illinois or Kentucky. Okay, so this is what it comes in. This is the original packaging. Okay, Justice League. You can see right there. The panel it sits on has a magnet in it. So does the figure's feet, but it's not enough to keep it from falling over. This was a part of the original Justice League run. It had Superman, Wonder Woman. I have those. Aquaman, Green Lantern, Cyborg, Shazam. Flash definitely was involved in that. So I do have the Trinity. You can see Superman, Aquaman, Superman and Wonder Woman. I also got Aquaman because I like Aquaman. So I got a replacement for this. He's a big guy because of the cape. That's why it kind of flares out. I also did get, there's some museum like putty stuff you can put on feet of statues and things like that. So I'm going to be doing that over the weekend. I did do a deep clean on my shelf, so I'll just do a light clean, put that down, and hopefully this will be okay. So I'm really happy to have another one of these. Well, there you go. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about comic books, about my mail call right here. If you do like my content, please do like, share, subscribe. Hit the like button down below. Leave a comment. What do you think? Do you collect Kotobukiya statues or something else? So I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, life is so much better when we do remember to read more comics.